Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous. 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 Really, I'm hood rich. I'm really a star. I can't wait to be famous.
Really, I'm haunted. I'm haunted by hundreds.
Let's keep it 100. You got what up, though? It's your boy Common Sense, man. And we already know that common sense isn't common. Alright, look, so today, man, we got the WallStreet Trapper. And it's another episode of Trapping Tuesday. Now, he do these episodes every Tuesday, and he usually talk about stocks, the state that the economy in, and the financial things that's going on around the world. Every now and then he start dropping gems about real life situations, about what he got going on in his life and his life experiences. And to me, that be my favorite part of the show, because these things that he's talking about in this video and other times are the more relatable ones. The stocks I'm learning about, you know what I'm saying, shit like that, but then it's refreshing hearing somebody speak how I view the world myself. Shit I feel like I'm understanding, shit that I feel like I am grasping, and I do feel like the world worked this way. But to hear somebody like a WallStreet Trapper just kind of like give a reassurance in the way, and that's why I love YouTube. But yeah, man, it is what it is.
So it's gonna be one of these days. 3-hour show easy. Here's what I learned, Jose, on this trip, right? Men don't spend enough time alone dealing with the things internally that make them feel insufficient. It's hard for men to feel like it's hard for any man to ever say that they feel insufficient. Because for men, that's a sign of weakness. For a man to feel like he's inadequate. You feel me? For a man, that's a sign of weakness. It's a sign of, you know, like, if we feel like it what's the word we use? It emasculates us. Right? If we feel like we not strong and capable, and the world doesn't allow us to show that.
Yeah.
The world hasn't allowed us to be vulnerable in that space yet. We're still growing.
Yeah.
We're still growing. But we have men now who are talking about trauma and needing to heal. I'm one of those men. Right? So the world is evolving. Right? Because I come from an era where, what? You crying? Boy, you don't get your... You know what I'm saying? And so we internalize those ideas and thoughts of what men were supposed to be. What happened was that also made us horrible husbands. It made us emotionless fathers. It made us men who didn't know how to connect with women outside of sex and providing. And it damn sure didn't show us how to understand our emotions. We had low EQ. And the reason behind that is, one, we are basing who we are as men now off the men who they had to be back then.
Yeah.
They had to be.
Listen, now, let me say this. This is why this video, I feel like, is worth bringing to y'all. Because to me, what I'm hearing is this dude talking about the evolution of a black man. Talking about how a black man, what was expected, what was considered to be a man back in the day, and then what the modern day man looked like. The modern day still have traits of the old school man, but these days it's a little different. Like he said, emotional EQ or IQ. That is something that I feel like a lot of black men is starting to become aware of. And the fact that we starting to become more aware of that emotional intelligence, we are starting to be able to accept things that we wouldn't accept before. We are able to tell ourselves the truth because now we're not allowing emotions and shit to sit up here and allow us to lie to ourselves. To accept the truth from somebody else. To hear a motherfucker out. To understand what having a man conversation is. Some gonna be hard, some gonna be easy. But you supposed to be able to know how to sit down and have both of them, or sit down and hear both of them. He's speaking modern day gospel.
Different type of man in the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah.
There had to be a different type of man.
Yeah.
Slavery men had to be different types of men. But the world has evolved. And so should the characteristics of who you are as a man. Yes, you need to be a provider. Yes, you need to be a protector. But you also need to be able to vocalize emotionally how you feel.
Yeah.
You also need to be able to say, yes, I am hurt. You also need to be able to have a safe space as a man to cry because you've been hurt. And not be judged or made to look weak because you say, I am hurt. You ought to be able as a man to say, yep, I did make that mistake, but I will do better next time, and not keep being held to the mistake that was made.
This nigga talking about relationship shit now. He
And so
like
me being out there for
into that trauma.
weeks alone allow me to really just sit in a lot of feelings, thoughts, and emotions. And say, damn, this makes me happy. This makes me, and I was able to deal with the emotion, talk about the emotion, write the emotion down, and then talk to God about the emotion.
Yeah.
And then have a period of time where I sat down and asked God to speak to me about the emotion.
Yeah.
And so in every video,
hey, listen, that is the powerful of being alone. I love being alone. Bro, I love being alone. At the beginning, he said what he realized was black men don't have enough time to be alone, or they don't never spend time alone. What he's talking about overall is the conversations he had with himself when he was overseas. He was doing some self-learning, some self-soul searching, whatever you want to call it. He's giving his experience on him actually being alone. And to me, you don't have to be on a vacation or no shit like that to be able to learn yourself. Do some homework on yourself. Ask yourself questions like, damn, why that made me feel this way? Why this made me feel this way? How do I feel when I do this? What do I like? What am I like? What do I do? That's the power of being alone. Some people I feel like can't not be alone because they can't stand their own thoughts that they have within themselves. You can be an extrovert, an introvert. It doesn't matter, and still enjoy being, well, I'm going to say you can be an extrovert and still enjoy being by yourself. If you're an introvert, you're going to love being by yourself regardless. And some people can be an ambivert. That's when you in the middle. And that's how I feel like I am. You feel me? Somebody who's in the middle, but I love being by myself, solo dolo. Modern day gospel, my man speaking.
in every picture, when you saw me smiling, it just wasn't because I was out the country. It's because there was a lot of talks being had when I wasn't on camera. There wasn't a lot of texting going on. There wasn't a lot of phone calls. I ignored my team twice until they called me one time and said, this one is an emergency. Don't call me about nothing to deal with business. I talked to my daughter a couple of times. That was it. So every video, when you saw me smiling, and you saw me having fun, and you saw me feeling good, it wasn't because I was just out the country. It was because, it was a lot of conversations being had with myself. It was a lot of reading. I brought the book Emotional Intelligence with me. It was a lot of reading. It was a lot of dissecting. It was waking up in the morning, praying, crying. God, help me be better. God, I am dragging this demon with me everywhere I go. It's time for me to release it in this Mediterranean Sea. It got to go. So when I jump in there, I'm letting it go. It go to the bottom. It ain't coming. When I come up out of there, it ain't coming with me.
That boy
was
reborn over there and shit.
Why do I feel this way? Let me write this out. And when I give myself the first answer, that ain't it. The second answer, that ain't it. But by the time I answer the same question 5 times, by the time I get to the 5th and 6th, that's it right there. I done got to the core. Men, we harbor stuff because we never get to the core of what the thing is. Because we have got accustomed to saying, nah, I'm all right, I'm good.
That's a fact.
I'm going to be okay.
We say that to ourselves and we say that to anybody who asks. It's normal. It's second nature for your response to be, when somebody asks you, hey, what's up? Well, you all right? Motherfucker gonna be like, for sure, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, it's all good. You feel me? Damn, I forgot where I was going. He said something. I forgot where I was going. But I just know that, walking around the world lying to yourself and lying to ourselves and lying to people in the world and shit is definitely something that goes on a lot in the community.
Okay.
Damn, I forgot where I was going.
I got this. I'm good.
Oh, he was talking about the core and therapy. Listen, well, he said something about the core, but I want to say that I felt like, bro, therapy is important because I feel like in therapy you get to the core. Like he said, the old school man that was in the 60s or just the old school mindset, bro, if you bring up therapy to certain black men, they'll look at you as that's a weak thing. But this modern day man that has traits as the old school man, but also gaining new traits and understanding what a healthy man look like and understanding the trauma that we are coming from, and we gotta unlearn things that we learned, is what I've seen what I'm hearing when he's saying, or what I mean when I say he's talking to me, the evolution of a black man. We learning. It's a process.
And so, ladies, I challenge y'all, when you say that you want a man to come to you healed, know that is impossible. It is impossible. Unless he's...
It's impossible. I'm going to stop there right there, man. Listen, if you want to watch the rest of it, go to WallStreet Trapper page, and it's episode 102. All right? Again, man, I love the YouTube situation because I can control what I consume, what I watch, what I listen to, right? And so when I see things like this, I love to see it. It's very inspiring, very motivating. It makes my soul happy. And so I feel like a lot of y'all could definitely hear this, or definitely needed to hear this. And so I brought it to y'all. You feel me? Tell me what y'all think about what he was saying in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I love to see it. I'm the boy Common Sense. Like the video, because liking the video is more important to the YouTube algorithm these days. Subscribe to the boy if you felt the content. I'm doing what I always do, and I'm signing off. Peace.